Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Finally, I am able to upload another video, and today we're going to be taking you through my 3 sketchbook. This one you're currently looking at is the one I started at the beginning of 2022, I believe, and most of it later on is for school, for IB art, but whatever I had before is what I started drawing during the summer break in the Parsons Paris program, as well as some other doodles from the trips that I went to. So actually, after I filmed flipping through all of this, because this is a voiceover, I was kind of impressed with how much I did. I think for all 3 of these sketchbooks since last year until this year. So I was really impressed by how much I did, as well as the quality of some things that I did. Because I just didn't have the time to kind of look at them as an overview and realize how much I've grown and how much I've been doing. Because something that I kind of struggle a lot of the times is trying to make your sketchbook perfect, when the whole point of it is for you to experiment with ideas and try to spit out the bad ones and reach till the final good goal. And I think largely that's been influenced by other people's perfect looking sketchbooks. But when you look at your process yourself, you understand where you've come from and how good it already is without you trying to make it look perfect and neat. And I think what I learned most important growth of it as an artist is trying to realize how my expressive and unintentional lines and collages and drawings can actually be a part of my final artwork, and not trying to kind of forcefully make something perfect, but rather going with the flow, but still having that intention to improve and make it into something that's better than where you started. So that's kind of the end of this one. Still have a little bit to go through, which I'll probably finish using until the end of IB. So this is the one that I started, I believe, around the beginning of 2020. Oh, middle of 2021. The quality of some of the drawings in here just not that great, and I started off with some like detailed drawings, but then I just kind of drifted away into doodles. And I kind of ended up using it as a scrapbook to stick in some of my extra artworks that I had nowhere to keep. But when I was flipping through this just today, I was kind of impressed with how all these little pieces fit in together. And again, reminds me of not worrying about how perfect your sketchbook looks, but rather it's about the process and helping it to reach a better goal. Even though some of the artworks in here are the final artworks. So I just really enjoyed it. And for the A5, including this one and the next one, I've made it myself, like by hand, sewing the pages together with the sketchbook A4 papers that I have. And I think I will continue this thing of mine rather than buying sketchbooks, just because I love creating anything from scratch and being able to kind of create and destroy as much as I want. Because when I bind the book, then I can tear out stuff without feeling bad about it. You know what I mean? Because if I buy a really nice sketchbook, then I don't feel as much freedom to do whatever I want with it. I mean, there's some really good drawings in here that I like, don't get me wrong, but I think my next A5 sketchbook definitely show the process and how I'm able to kind of embrace what I'm doing and not trying to make it look perfect. So there you go. And mostly in here, I think I did color pencils, mostly markers and fineliners and some watercolor, because I'm using professional sketchbook paper. It doesn't take water that badly. And those are the most 3 common kind of medium that I work with. as well as acrylic paint. Yeah, so the next one, I also personalized the cover myself. It's like a little plastic sheet where you can slot different things in, which I thought was super fun. And here is what the process was when creating my Loverella book called Return, which I've probably mentioned a million times on my social media. And really, it's my beginning of journey to find my style, this kind of scratchy, I don't know, texture, and really working with markers and lines and collages, shapes and forms, which I was so satisfied with. And there's also like this, some random filler pages that I had to do. And this is a drawing I did after I went to the before Outback Duo's exhibition. It was so inspired by like all the engravings, the textures, so my style. And as kind of time passed through, the sketchbook gets much thicker and messy because I not only draw, I stick a bunch of paper in it and just like experiment with things. And next is kind of this collage figure series that I've really been into ever since I did the Parsons Paris program, because like I was discovering this whole new world of collages and making kind of really expressive and alien creatures out of that. I was very proud of this, and you can pretty much like see those characters in a lot of my recent artworks. Here's some, yeah. And I also was drawing some comics because I got this whole new Wacom tablet, which I will be also doing a video on how I use it. Yeah, I kind of just talked while I was flipping through this, didn't really plan what I was going to say, but thank you very much for being here, and I will see you very soon. Hope you like this. Bye.